Gutenberg was a bookworm, and he lived on Charing's Cross. The memory of his volumes bring a smile. He'd read me lots of stories when he wasn't on the source. I would like to share his wisdom of my favorite bibliophile. He said, cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look. 'Cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are like signs, and if you read between the lines, you find your first impression was mistook. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book. Ta-roo-la-lee-ta-ra-ta-ta-ta, ta-roo-la-lee-ta-ra-ta-ta-ta. Now the arena was made of wood, but what could not be seen? So her trunk up top was barren, while her roots were lush and green. So in spring, when Mr. Hickey saw the blossoms blooming there, he took root despite her bark, and now there's seedlings everywhere. Which proves our cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look. 'Cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are like signs, and if you read between the lines, you find your first impression was mistook. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book. Ta-roo-la-lee-ta-ra-ta-ta-ta, ta-roo-la-lee-ta-ra-ta-ta-ta. Lady Hyacinth Nicole before her treasures to reef, where she only wore a smile plus 2 feathers and a leaf. So no one tried to rob her, 'cause she barely wore a stitch. But when you're in your birthday suit, there ain't much there to show you're rich. Oh, a cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look. 'Cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are like signs, and if you read between the lines, you'll find your first impression was mistook. For a cover is nice, but a cover is not the book. Once upon a time in a nursery rhyme, there was a castle with a king hiding in a wing, 'cause he never went to school to learn a single thing. He had scepters and swords and a parliament laws, till the king decided he was sad. He died, 'cause he never had a wisdom for numbers, a wisdom for words. There was crumbs quite immense, and smaller than birds. The queen of the nation made a royal proclamation to the missions and the message, more lessons, giving all the life professors, and she went to the addresses, and they came from the east, and they came from the south. From its schools they would knowledge, and their brains to the smile. But the king couldn't learn, so the professor met their fate. The queen had the headsman and placed upon the gate. And on the date, I stayed and watched upon the right head was not a lake great. And the sun one day, strange started in the sea. He said, I'm dirty rascal, and I'm here to teach the king. The queen clutched her jewels, for she hated royal food. But this fool had some rules, they really ought to teach the schools. Like you'll be a happy king if you enjoy the things you got. You never tried to be the kind of person that you like. So they sang and they laughed, and the king found a friend. Then they ran into a rainbow, so the story's perfect again. The moral is you mustn't let the outside be your guide. For it smells of fire. Well, unless it's like a Jekyll, then you better hide. Petrified. Now the truth can't be denied, as I know I testify. All that really counts and matters is the special stuff in the skies. Oh, a cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look. 'Cause under the covers one discovers that the king may be a crook. Chapter titles are the said, and open it up tonight in bed. So one more time before we get the hook, sing it out strong. A cover is nice, but take advice. A cover is nice, so you pay the price. A cover is nice, but a cover is not the book. Not the book.
Yeah,
So Rachel's an experienced marketing management professional who produces high quality results focused marketing strategy. She's a sought after coach and consultant with 26 years marketing experience, which seems impossible given how young you look, Rach, and 15 years in her own business. Her expertise is in strategic and integrated marketing, where she enables business owners to think bigger about their business and to identify and respond to opportunities. And her mission is to see business owners become the best version of themselves. And I know that she does this very well, and that her book, Authentic, Dynamic, Savvy, Modern Marketing for Business Success, is one of those tools that helps women especially, but all business owners, become the best version of themselves in business and in their personal life. So over to you, Rachel.
Oh, thanks, Aisha. So I don't know about you guys, but one of the biggest things that I'm missing at the moment is hugs. And I didn't think I was much of a hug person, but there's been people I've seen over the last week or two that I've wanted to give a hug to and I can't. And I'm missing that. Is anyone else missing the old big, nice, warm hug with people? I know. Anyway, our world's changing, and I have faith that everything is going to be okay. It's scary and it's different. But as my good friend Janet, I'm not sure if she's on the call yet, says, this is one of those major turning points in history. The biggest shift is that everyone's turning online and they're turning to Zoom like we've had to go to tonight. And the introvert in me is absolutely rejoicing in this. For tonight's launch, I've got a whole range of thank yous to make for people, some who have ended up we haven't been there. So Brett and Laura from the building in Ballarat, they have been so fantastic helping me plan this event, and then shifting and changing every time the government said we couldn't do this or we couldn't do that. And for those of you who are in Ballarat, when this is all over, go down to the building in Main Road and grab yourself some lunch or a coffee, some morning tea, because it's such a lovely venue and there's such beautiful people. Also Mike Unwin from Michael Unwin Wines, who has provided the wine for tonight, which, you know, virtually you can all have some. Annabelle Mason from Blossom Wellbeing, she provided some immune tea. So if you order a book tonight, I'll probably throw one of those in for you as well. Paula Heenan and the amazing BCMA voices have been so great. These kids are just amazing voices, and they've been going into practice early for about the last 6 weeks. So they've been starting at 8:30 on a Saturday. Many of them are still going until 3 o'clock in the afternoon doing different things. And they were preparing for this full list of shows and performances, and it's all been cancelled. So I've got a little song that I'll play in a moment that's from them, but I've been playing them all day as well as part of the warm-up to tonight, because I felt that they needed airtime. A huge thank you to Nicole Ashby. We're going to be hearing from Nicole soon. Also to Aisha Hilton, who's shown up, even if she's got a bit of a migraine. Thank you, Aisha. Not only being an amazing MC tonight, but also for so much behind the scenes work that she completed to help me prepare for not only tonight, but for the whole launch phase of this book. She's kind of been writing beside me for a little while now, so thank you. Shout out to Eve Fisher, who's on the call as well, for your contribution in writing a media release for me, and also for Princess, who has been there at the end helping me put together a whole bunch of graphics and stuff as well. I thank you, the wonderful people, for being here at this virtual event, because the world's caught up with all the amazing technologies available to business and also to individuals. I welcome you all to the space I've been playing in for many, many years, and I know there's people on this call who have also been playing in that space. So we're here to launch my second book, Authentic, Dynamic, Savvy, Modern Marketing for Business Success. A launch feels like it's only the halfway point in an author's journey. Before the launch, there's all the blood, the sweat, the tears, the writing and the editing and the editing and the editing and the editing. Did I mention there was some editing in there? My team and I went completely dotty. No, really, it's no joke. But it does take a team to put together a book. My editor and project manager, Joanne Newell, and my designer, Amy DeWolf, have done an incredible job, and I thank them for coming on the journey with me yet again, because they did the first book with me as well. After the launch comes the hustle and seeing people change because of what you've written. And this book shares, as the title says, modern marketing strategies, and it's relevant in today's environment. Actually, in all honesty, it's needed most in today's world. I see this time as one for everyone to pause and breathe. Mother Nature is leading the way on that. When you pause in business, it gives you an opportunity to reflect, to pivot, to create strategy and move forward. Something that this book is going to help you do. The book holds all my knowledge, my 26 years of being part of the marketing world, my 16 years of being in business. It's based on a marketing process that Craig, my partner, and I created together many moons ago, a process which I've used over and over again to help business owners take their marketing from chaos to clarity. And the content is relevant for any business, any entrepreneur at any level of their job or any level of their journey. I've even consciously removed most references to women in business, even though they're my fave type of people to support. What I've learned is that the theory of marketing is the same for any business. Big, micro, not-for-profit, social enterprise, startups, growing businesses. It's the way that you apply the marketing to your business that makes it different. Many years ago, when the trend was to niche to an industry, I resisted it. Actually, I resisted a lot of trends, but anyway, by resisting this one, it means I've worked with just about every industry type. Smash repairers, ditch witch users, gold mining equipment manufacturers, business organisations, not-for-profits, authors, restaurants, dance schools, membership organisations, even hand therapists. I've mentored and coached hundreds and hundreds of businesses who do all sorts of amazing things. And let me tell you, some of them have been a bit, well, amazing. What I found was that most businesses had the same pains, and that is what inspired me to write this book. And the book wasn't just written, like I said, I had my team, but I also had my family, Craig and Sophie, who actually would allow me to stay up until 1 o'clock in the morning editing books, or to, you know, drive them nuts with the fact that we'd go on a family holiday and I would take my book with me and sit there and edit and write and stuff. So they were always there beside me on the journey, and I thank them both as well. Now, I'm not one to write a book and not include amazing quotes and contributions from other incredible business people and marketers. So I need to thank these people for also allowing me to reuse their words. Sonia Curtis, Kath Connell, Janet Dalgleish, Fleur Porter, Eve John, Jemima Ashley, Kate Toon, Anne-Marie Cross, Rebel Black, Renee Main, Kylie Johnson, Janelle Johnston, Susie Campbell, and Linda Reed Enever. I appreciate all of your words. Thank you so much. For me, collaboration has grown my business. It's given me the confidence to stretch myself further. And collaboration, pulling together, supporting each other is what's going to help businesses move through the next few months. And my book and my bundle will as well. I also strongly believe creativity and innovation is what will move businesses forward over the coming years. For small businesses, it's going to take a long time to recover from what we're experiencing now, and we're only at the beginning. Many people are looking for direction, and we're seeing leaders emerge, and their amazing voices are being heard. And I'm not talking about politicians. I'm talking about women, people who have built their online communities, who have been talking about their topic of thing, whether it's sustainability or balancing or growing businesses in heart-centered ways. These women have been connecting online for years already. They're walking their talk. They're working virtual, and they do not own a suit. I haven't owned a suit for years. People in my network, many of them who have contributed to this book or my previous book, their voices finally have a chance to be heard loud and proud, and watch them grow out of this adversity. I'm going to step on my soapbox for a minute, and it's my launch and I can do it. Small business in Australia is the second highest value commodity behind the stock exchange. 60% of small businesses are being started by women. Over half of them are starting on their dining room tables with kids at their ankles. I talk all about that in my first book. However, the devastating thing is about 90% of these businesses will fail in their first year, 50% by their 5th year. And guess who's taking a hit right now in our communities? It's women. To add to all of our balls in the air, we're about to add homeschool, teacher, principal, and teacher's aide to our list. As we cocoon ourselves in our homes, our workplaces will be invaded. And my family are going to realise how crazy I am talking to my computer all day. Today, more than ever, small business needs everyone's support. We're seeing as businesses crumble, the knock-on effect is massive. So make the choice to shop with small businesses. Shop local or support some of the incredible initiatives like Shop Our Stores, which launched yesterday, giving rural and regional businesses wider reach. You can also all help tonight, because when you buy my book, I'm going to give $10 of every sale to the seed scheme, which is facilitated by the Rural Woman. We're going to hear from the founder and CEO of the Rural Woman in a moment. However, I need to tell you, this is an organisation I've been involved with as a member for about 3 years, and more recently as part of their management team. All of us will find a way to gather strength and our support as we rise out of this situation. For me, one of the places I'm gaining support is the Rural Woman, hearing how tough rural and regional Australia is doing it. Long-term drought, fires, floods, and now disease. But seeing firsthand the impact the seed scheme makes on these communities and the women in them. The ripple effect of creating income for families and strengthening economies. For me, making a small donation from each sale to this initiative expands into other areas and reach more rural women is a no-brainer. As we move forward at this time, because let's face it, it's the only way, those of us in business will need to dig into our why, that thing that gets you up every day, the thing that will drive you through the bad times and help you celebrate the good things. Gather your support, create a plan, and buckle in. And if you're stuck, read my book. And if you ask me, I get up and do what I do every day because I want to empower women to be the best versions of themselves. I want to help entrepreneurs create effective marketing for business success and to achieve balance, because my clients, the people in my community who listen to me as I talk to my computer screen, soak up my content and buy my things. That's so much better and more satisfying than working in an office for someone else, even if you have to weather this storm. Thank you again for being here tonight and showing support. So, all those muted claps, thank you. I would now like to ask Rebel, who has been dragged out of her garden, to share with us a little bit about the seed scheme and also to, and the Rural Woman as well. Thank you, Rebel.
Thank you, Rachel. Beautiful speech, and I concur with everything you said, and congratulations on launching your book. Second one, you know, one's impressive, two is amazing. So well done. And yes, there was a video for this, but then because it came to the internet, I could be here, and I was digging in my garden right up to the wire, because that's what you can do when you go online, right? You definitely do not want smell-o-vision though, let me just tell you. I've been digging in the garden for a while. So yeah, Rachel, thank you so much for generously contributing to the seed scheme, and to everyone who'll buy a book this evening. Just know that your contribution is going to support women in rural communities all over Australia. The seed scheme was launched in 2018 with the goal to support 700 women-led micro enterprises with support to start or scale their businesses. And it has a very unique approach, which was actually modelled on work in countries like Nepal and Cambodia and Bangladesh and Rwanda, where the women's self-help group and micro-enterprise space has been blooming communities in rural areas for decades. So we took the work that they have been doing and looked at best practice and looked at how we could build the same kind of models and principles in our communities in Australia, using an online model instead of a local model that also leveraged a local model. So that's what we've been doing. We've supported 150 women over the last 2 years, so we've got a way to go to reach our goal. And the women receive 12 months support, go through a 6-week program. We've got a cohort of women, about 45, 50 women going through at the moment, a 6-week program, and then they receive 12 months weekly live training in business, in digital skills and technology, and in wellbeing every single week. So it's an incredible program that's very holistic and is working for the women who work it. We see women adding on average another $15,000 minimum to their family budget, to their business, and some of the pods in the last cohort doubled their revenue in the first 6 months of the program. So apart from obviously that benefit, there's also the incredible community that they form and the friendships and the collaborations and the business partnerships that come from that span all across Australia. And hopefully we will take the model and work with other communities across the world in the future. So thank you so much for your contribution this evening. Buy Rachel's book, not just because it's great, because it is, but also because you'll be paying it forward to a rural woman to receive support to grow her business. And who's knows, and maybe it might be you as well that we support in the future. So thanks everyone, and keep blooming where you are. Thank you, Rach.
Thank you, Rachel, for sharing that video and for talking about your passion for the book and the work that you do, and for sharing the initiative, the Seed Scheme initiative. It's a very good initiative and we're really glad to be supporting that. Next up, we have the gorgeous Nicole Ashby. She bootstrapped her first business, FIFO Families, in 2010. And she made a massive impact on the mining, oil and gas industry by advocating for workers and families who are living the fly-in, fly-out lifestyle. And my partner Shane was a FIFO, so I've learned quite a bit about it post him being FIFO and how challenging it was. So I can see, Nicole, the amazing work that you did there. Living in Western Australia at the time, Nicole used her guerrilla marketing strategies and quickly garnished and leveraged the interest of the mainstream media and political leaders around the country. And she's had hundreds of media interviews under her belt, including The Project, can you imagine? Today Show, The Australian, ABC, BBC Radio, The Financial Review, SBS News, and 7:30, just to name a few. And Nicole and her family have moved back to her home state of Victoria and now lives in Ballarat. And she is focused on supporting other business owners reach the same level of business success through targeted copy, marketing and traditional media interviews. She's definitely the person to go to if you need help in PR and anything like that. And Nicole is also a finalist in the Telstra Business Women of the Year Awards and the Telstra Business of the Year Awards, so the Telstra Businesswoman and then the Telstra Business, and dual winner in the WA 40 Under 40 Awards. So we're very happy to have Nicole join us and share some of her expertise with the group. So thank you so much, Nicole. Rachel is going to spotlight you.
Yeah, I like this spotlight. That's a new tip for me. So thank you. Welcome again, everyone, and a big congratulations to Rachel. It's no easy task to write a book, and as Rebel said, you know, writing to just incredible. So congratulations. And on Friday, whilst at the hairdresser, I was having a bit of a read through Rachel's book, and I was met with this really apt quote, which I'm going to read from Rachel. Sometimes life dumps you way outside your comfort zone. However, when it gets rough in business or life and you don't think you can keep moving forward, keep going anyway, as forward is the only direction you can go. Get help if you need it. You'll make it out of the bad patch. Continue onwards in business and life. And to me, that really sums up, I guess, where we are now. We've been dumped way outside of our comfort zone, but we've got to keep moving forward in business and in life where we can, and also to reach out and get help as well where it's needed. And getting comfortable with being uncomfortable is where real growth happens. And that's really one of my, I guess, taglines that I use a lot is get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's really what we're in at the moment. So embrace it where you can, and you will come out the other side better for it, and you'll become more resilient. Now back to the book. This is a sensible, practical marketing tool that every business owner should have access to, and ease of access. So on the desk, in your bookshelf, somewhere where it's handy, because marketing really is everything in business. Without effective marketing, you'll find building a profitable business more challenging than you ever imagined. Without effective marketing, people will fail to understand exactly what you do and what you offer and how that you can help them. You need an intricate understanding of your ideal customer, of how they think, what motivates them, their fears, what keeps them awake at night, what are their big, fat, hairy, audacious goals. And this, friends, is outlined in the book, and it's absolutely magical. I love how this book goes hand in hand with Rachel's marketing and workbook and 2020 marketing planner. Very clever. As Rachel says, you can read the book. Yeah, da-da-da, there it is. You can read the book, do the work in the workbook, create your strategic marketing plan, and stay focused with your marketing planner. How easy is that? It's just fantastic. Almost as easy for me as it is as launching this wonderful book. So with that, I would now officially like to launch Rachel's book into the universe and beyond.
Oh, the cover is not the book, so open it up and take a look. 'Cause under the covers one discovers that the kid may be a crook. So please listen what we've said and open our book tonight in bed. So one more time before we get the book, singing our song. The cover is nice, so take our advice. The cover is nice, so you put the trust. The cover is nice, not the book, not the book. They came from the dreamtime, from the dusty red soil plains. They are the ancient heart, the keeper of the flames. They stood upon the rocky shores, they watched the tall ships come. For 40,000 years they've been the first Australians. I came on the prison ship, but down by the chains. I We are